Just hanging with him today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, me and Bud, like, we always team up at certain points, especially like All-Star, NBA, or something.
Sure.
Like that. We're pretty good Nelly supporters. So it's like family. So.
Nice. Who isn't a Nelly supporter? We've been listening to Nelly all day, for like the last 8 hours, seriously. Yeah, no, for real. Huge inspiration. Love your stuff, man. Actually, my daughter just turned 7, so I introduced her to Air Force One. The edited version, okay? Not the 31. I prefer the 31.
You said it, I did.
Yeah. And no, so she just turned 7. If you know, if you give her a shout out, that'd be awesome.
Fiona?
Yeah, Fiona.
Yo, shout out to Fiona, baby girl. How you doing? I'm glad you're checking out the Air Force One's radio edit.
Yeah. Critical component. Talk about number 1. That's probably my favorite Nelly song. Where did it come from?
Number 1 I actually wrote when I was in the UK.
Really?
I was in the UK and I was just working on a project. I had got the beat from one of my producers at that time.
Yeah.
I always liked it. I just kept listening to the track like over and over. I really love the guitar riffs and everything that was in it. And we got a phone call that they were doing a Training Day soundtrack with Washington. And
yeah.
Like, yo, you know, trying to come up with a song. And when I was watching like bits and pieces of the movie, I just had this whole image of him just being the guy. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of responded from there and just rolled up.
Nice. One of the things I always remember about you, I saw an interview you did in about 99, 2000. You talked about growing up. You talked about bouncing from couch to couch, living rough like that. Can you talk about that a little bit and how it's transitioned to who you are now?
Well, I think it's part of the reason I'm able to cope here was now because of the versatility, because of the constant movement. I think we all just a product of what we know, you know, and I think that's what scares people sometimes because we all think that the next person should know what we know. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we think the other person may think they know more than what we know, so we take that wrong. Mm-hmm. And what we really ought to do is just, what I found out is that if you open up dialogue with a lot of people, you can find out so much. You know what I'm saying? And you just find out you're all the same, but you're all very different. But you're all the same. You're just a product of what you go through. And I mean, there's a lot of people who grew up the way that I did. That's just the way you did it. Mine was no sympathy case.
Sure.
It was just where are you from? It's just what it was. It's a whole block of kids grew up saying.
So what made Nelly Nelly though? Is it willpower?
Well, I think it was music. It was everything. You know what I'm saying? I think again, when you get counted out so many times, you look for a sense of where I'm a channel and put this energy that I have to succeed in. Some kids take it the wrong way. Mm-hmm. Some kids, they work hard and they study, they go to school, they graduate, they become something. Some kids do sports, but again, being a product of who you are, it can be a fuel. So sometimes too much fuel can blow you up. But a majority of the time, if you take that fuel and use it right, you can be powerful, you can go to the moon.
What's your goal now? I mean, are you looking?
You know what? I don't do that anymore because you were like, yo, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
It's not about that no more for me. I think succeeding is not what drives you. I think what drives you is knowing where you don't want to be.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I know where I don't want to be. That's the motivation to keep going. Because as long as I keep going, I'm not going to be there. Because to say what I want to do, I mean, I didn't accomplish so much and I'm still going, so I just don't know. I just keep it moving. But I know one thing that never changes is where you don't want to be.
That's true. That's so true. What do you feel content about? Like when you look at what you've been doing this for 15 plus years.
Well, you're not content.
No?
Again, it goes back to that. You're just not content. No, I think, when you're content, then you've already started the giving up process. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a game of creativity and competitive. It's a dog eat. And I love it.
My favorite Nelly line ever is get a room at Trump Towers, just to hit for 2 hours, kick the bitch about the room because she used the word ours. I love it. Where did that come from?
Real life.
Yeah! Love it.
Awesome.
It was cool.
Yeah. So what is it like on a day-to-day just to be you?
Oh, well, I mean, you know,
To get into
you
that.
talking about lines that were said in 2002. Like,
Right.
I was young,
Well, we were
thriving.
talking about
I was the young, thriving.
Well, we were talking about
devil.
the Beastie Boys and how their legacy has spanned about 30 years, and that's what you set yourself up for.
Right.
So how do you juxtapose now with then?
Well, I mean, you hopefully when you get into this game, you build your own type of fan base and you build a career and you actually have fans that appreciate what you do and grow with you. And that's what we were fortunate enough to do. Like our albums, and you know what's so funny because it's a double-edged sword because you hear so many people, I wish you would do another album like Country Grammar. And I said, listen, I said, what grade, you know, you were in school when Country Grammar came out? Right. You can't get that feeling back.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The reason Country Grammar meant something to you is because you were in school at that time. Your buddies and around you. It was the song, but it was the moment for you. It was your theme music to what you were going through in that life.
Right.
Like you can't make that. Like Michael, you don't think Michael would love to make another Thriller?
Yeah.
You think he wasn't trying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you can't because it was that moment. It was music unheard at that time, and you could never get all those elements back again. You know what I mean? So that's what happens to legendary people as far as like the people you just spoke about, like Beastie Boys. You know that period when they were doing it, like there was some white guys. There weren't really many white guys in rap. So when they jumped out, they got the ripping and had swag and you know was proud to be white though. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, but didn't give a shit. Like yeah, like what's wrong with that, champ? We're not trying to, and that's what made it cool.
So what do you do artistically now to avoid the pitfall of that? You know, to try to trace Country Grammar with every release.
I don't chase it. I don't chase it. I just make music. You know what I'm saying? Music is creativity. It's a career. You up, you down, you up, you down. You can't have a career without an up and down. Nobody consistently. Will probably Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is probably the only one that I see that's just like, yo, it's just keep going.
Yeah. Higher and higher.
Keep fucking going. She's a great girl.
When are you the most creative? In the morning, at night? You just an idea sparks you in the middle, whatever. Whatever. See what I did there?
Whatever. You know, songs pop up at the weirdest moments.
Yeah. Like what's one example?
You can be anything from sitting in a room, being in the club, being on the shitter.
Yeah.
That's what that guy does his best work.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
No, that's my office. Like literally, I could think. I got the phone on the wall. I set the laptop up on the dirty clothes hamper.
Yep. Just do work.
I feel my freest, you know.
Awesome. All right, man. Well, I appreciate it.
Thank you, my brother.
Hell yeah, man. Can I get a picture of you?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome.